Whatever. Y'all come on in here. I sound country when I said that. Y'all come on in here. I don't think I'm gonna need this heater. Where's my remote? Gizmo, where's the remote? There's so many remotes over here. Where the remote, Poochie? Oh, here it is. I'm so fancy. My heater got a remote. I know y'all ain't on my level. Y'all ain't. You not. Your heater don't have a remote. You ain't on the same level as me. You ain't out here doing what I'm doing. You ain't out here living like I'm living. Don't even pretend like you are. Because you not. Your heater don't have a remote. Okay, I might be a little bit loud today because I'm drinking coffee. And sometimes that sugar does something to me. It makes me a little uh goofy. So if I am, it is what it is. Deal with it. We're gonna get started because I don't like to sit around for long periodically times waiting for YouTube to send notifications to people. That irritates the heck out of me. So, what is the different definition of an empath? And I'm gonna look at the dictionary's definition, and then we're gonna talk about. It says the dictionary definition is a person with the paranormal ability to apprehend the mental or emotional state of another individual. That's what the real definition of an empath is. Now, do you think that everybody walking around, because this empath, being an empath now is a buzz term, and everybody and their mammy now is an empath. All of a sudden,
I'm an empath.
I know you are.
Gizmo is too.
I know he is. Well, Gizmo can't help it because his mama is a voodoo queen. So he can't help but be an empath. He was born into, a very spiritual family. So he can't help it. His mama is a voodoo queen. What is his daddy?
He's a pirate. That just came to mind. That just came to mind.
Gizmo's mama is a voodoo queen and his daddy is a pirate. Now that.
Arg. Hardy hard. Arg.
Now that is a combination, ain't it? That's definitely. Your mama is a voodoo queen and your daddy is a pirate. So Gizmo can't help but be an empath.
Why not?
Hey,
Why not?
if everybody else in the world is now considering themselves empaths, because it's a term. It's one of those terms now that is overly saturating the market. Everybody is an empath. Everybody. And what's weird to me is everybody is an empath, but the world is worse than it's ever been. We all hate each other. We can't get along. Now, if everybody is an empath and everybody is on a different wave of consciousness, a more spiritual consciousness, a more connected consciousness, wouldn't that make the world a better place? Some of y'all ain't empaths.
Hey.
Some of y'all devils. Well, some of y'all pirates. Some of y'all got to be pirates.
Somebody gotta be.
Somebody got to be a pirate. Just like, we can't all be chiefs. We can't all be chiefs. Somebody got to be whatever it is that ain't the chief. Okay? We can't all be at the top. Some of y'all got to be at the bottom. Everybody can't be empath. Somebody got to be the narcissist. And then I was watching somebody's video today, and she said she's an empath. And she said that only narcissists are attracted to her. So empaths don't attract each other. People on the same spiritual level don't attract each other. Only narcissists. She said only narcissists and the bad people are attracted to her. And she was basically like, if you're an empath, those are the type of people that are attracted to you. Only narcissists are attracted to you. And so I Googled it, and it said that narcissists are attracted to empaths, but they're attracted to them because they're attracted to the empaths that don't have enough emotional maturity to see that they're a narcissist. So they get taken advantage of. So you are an empath, but you don't understand people. You don't have the emotional stability to understand people. Like everybody that comes to you and uses you up and dog you out and everything, this is how you live your life. And that's because you have no emotional maturity. You just out here getting used and abused and beat down and beat up and stuff because you're not spiritually and emotionally mature. You have to get to a point in your life where you grow emotionally, you grow spiritually. Because if those things are not in alignment, you're not spiritually mature. You may be an empath, but the world is still going to beat you down. And that's what happened. That's what's happening to a lot of people, a lot of young people right now. You want to carry that title of empath. Oh, I want to help everybody. I want to help the whole world while people are trampling on your back. You are a doormat for the world. But I'm an empath. I'm a good person. In the long run, does that help you? And are you really helping other people? Like, are you really able to help other people if you're hurting? If you're hurting, if you're hurt and hurting, are you able to help other people? Are you able to help other people through your pain? No. Because you're too busy every time you meet someone, every time you deal with someone toxic and narcissistic that beat you down, that drag you through the mud, you've got to heal before you can move on to the next one. Hey, Phoenix. Some confuse empath with lacking boundaries. I had to learn to protect myself. Well, that's the problem, too. That's the problem. You want to be so nice. You want to be this person that is out here healing the world. But who is healing you? After you get into these situations where, oh, I took him in, I could feel in his spirit that he needed someone to take care of him, and you took the person in, you took care of them, they took from you, they drained your bank account dry, but you felt that deep down their inner, you felt their inner spirit. Yeah, you may have felt their inner spirit, and their inner spirit may have wanted to do some things correctly. You may have aligned with their inner spirit, but that inner spirit haven't manifested itself yet. The person themselves is still struggling. I don't want to keep saying he. The person is still struggling, because it can be a woman also. Not just men are narcissistic. There are some narcissistic women also. There are some women that will put you through the ringer also. Oh, right. He can go to a shelter, because I'm not about to bring you into my house and allow you to to drain my bank account dry trying to help you. Now, I can help you with resources and everything outside of my residence. I don't have to move you into my residence to help you with resources. That's the thing. I think sometimes we take that whole empath title and we wear that as a badge of honor, and then the majority of people that are wearing that empath title are getting the brakes beat off of them by the world, because they're putting themselves in that position. Oh, I was trying to do good, but you knew he wasn't right. You know he don't want to work. He just want to sit at home and play video games on Twitch all day. You know that he doesn't have a plan of action. Nothing is going to work without a plan. What's that saying? You either plan to succeed or you plan to fail. And if you don't plan, you plan to fail. Something like that. So, this specific young lady that I was watching today, she made a video and she was talking about like all of her toxic traits. And I don't know why she would want to tell the world her toxic traits, because that's not even something that I want to expound on as a person. Let me make a video about all the bad things about me. I don't highlight my failures or the things that I feel about myself that are toxic. I try my best to highlight the positive side of myself. Now, I'm not saying I don't have any toxic traits. We all have toxic traits, but I'm not out here, girl, let me tell you all the bad things about myself. That's not me. But some subscribers, will really get off into that. Like, why? I don't even want to know the toxic things about you. I don't want to know them. I would rather know the good things about you, the positive things about you. I would rather want to know some of the things that you are doing in your life, some of the things that you love to do. I don't want to know all the bad stuff about you. You got all of these toxic traits. Because she said she had so many, it was going to make her video long. It was so many bad things about her. She had so many toxic traits that it would make her video long. And she, didn't want her video to be too long. So she only said a few of them. Why? I would rather you say, that's why I show off my crochet, because these are the positive things about me that I like to share with other people. I like to share my hobbies. I like to, lately I've been doing the reviews of certain drinks that I like. I like to show a positive outlook of who I am as a person. I'm not going to get on here and show you negative, toxic things about me. I'm not going to get on here and show you a fight between me and my husband, even though I will beat him up and he know it. That's why he ain't
I
saying.
heard that.
He know that he don't want this smoke. He don't. He do not. He don't want these problems. Okay? But I'm not going to show y'all that. When it's smoke between us, I ain't going to show y'all that because that's not your business. Toxicity is, I don't want to know that about people. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. But it's not I just don't see a reason to highlight your toxic traits or your toxic behaviors. Yeah, to me it's not. I feel things all the time, but my brain does different things with it. I feel a lot of stuff. I see things in people, I feel things about people, stuff, and I keep it to myself. I'm not gonna just run up to a person and be like, girl, let me tell you what the spirit told me about you. Especially if it's somebody I don't know. Like I didn't been on people, sir. I just made that. Why are you laying over there? And you got 11 dozen blankets. Get on your blanket. Thank you. Your stanky butt. Um, I was in somebody's chat and somebody was like, oh, I know somebody that can really help you. Help me do what? Like you don't even know me. Yeah, contact blah 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 blah, and she can really help you. She helped me. Well, that's you. She ain't gonna help me because I ain't gonna contact her. Oh, and I want to tell y'all. Remember, I was telling y'all not too long ago. Well, it was last year, so it was a while ago now. That I had kind of found somebody that lived near me that was an Ephi priest, and she was close to me. Lived close to me, and she had a house and she had god kids and everything, and I was so excited about meeting her and stuff. Well, yesterday she passed away. I knew she was battling cancer, but I thought that she was getting better. Well, she was getting better, and then something happened, and I guess she was gonna go through another round of chemo or something. So I guess it didn't work. And yesterday I saw someone posted a picture of her with a tribute, and they said she had passed away. And I was so hurt. Like, I didn't even meet, you know how you're like looking forward to meeting somebody? Like, I hadn't even met her yet. I was really looking forward to meeting her. Like, we had talked a few times on Instagram. I told her I was praying for her, and I didn't. I think I told her that when she got better, I wanted us to meet because I had found out she lived like super close to me. But I knew she was going through chemotherapy, and I didn't, I know how sensitive your immune system is and stuff when you're going through chemotherapy. And, I didn't want to just be like, girl, I want to meet you right now. I don't care that you're going through chemotherapy. I didn't, of course, wasn't going to do that. I was like, I can't wait until you're feeling better because I would really love to meet you. And she was like, yes, yes, I would love to meet you too. Because I don't know if she had seen a couple of my YouTube videos or something. I don't know. Something. But anyway, she said she wanted to, meet me also. And we didn't get a chance to meet. And I don't know why, but it made me so sad. Like, I don't even know her, never even met her a day in my life. But I wanted to. Like, I really, really wanted to meet her. And it didn't work out. So she is an ancestor now. I think she just passed away yesterday though. So, there is a period of mourning that is different in Ifa than, everything. The entire funeral service is so different for, a priest than it is. I don't want to say for a regular person because we're all people. Um, for a non-initiated uh, person. So, you know, she is going through um, that period. So I don't know. Some days I feel like Ifi is still calling me, and then there are some days when I feel like, okay, it just seems like every road I try to take to get there, there's a block. Like something happens. And so then I'm like, okay, well maybe I am where I'm supposed to be. Maybe this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. Right here, is where I'm supposed to be. I'm not supposed to be no place else. Because it just seems like every time I think I'm gonna get there, something happens and I have to, you know, go in a different direction. So I'm kind of sad that that happened. I know that, things happen. Um, nothing. We are not in control of anything. You know, we're not in control of our destiny. We're not in control of, of anything. Like, God is in control of everything. God's hand is on everything and He is in control of everything. So, you look at things that happen like this and, it's the will of God. It's God's will. And even all you empaths, you don't have control of everything. You're being controlled. The other person is being controlled. But this whole, empath and allowing narcissists to come into your life and make things difficult for you, I can't ride with that. And I had to look at the fact that the person that I was watching is very young. You know, you're not, she's not mature spiritually or emotionally at all. I have 30 years on this person. And that makes a huge difference. A huge difference in the way I see things. My reality is different. The way I view other people is different. Some of the games that people play, I can see you playing that shit a mile away. It's just certain things that I'm not going to allow. Certain things I'm not going to allow you to do or say to me. And I think a lot of that comes from growth, maturity. Where when I was younger, I may have been able to deal with a lot of crazy stuff, but I just can't do it now. And I think that, a lot of younger women tolerate a lot of things that they shouldn't from the gate. And I probably did too when I was young. And some of that is because a lot of these young people don't listen to elders. You don't want to listen to your mamas. You don't want to listen to your aunties, your grandmamas. You don't want to listen. And they're there for a reason. The elders are there to tell you, girl, I done already did that. Don't do it. Oh, she just don't want me to do it because she hating on me. She just mad because she ain't young no more. No, girl, I don't want to see you get your feelings hurt. I don't want to hear you crying after Jody done broke your heart. I don't want you to come over here crying and carrying on. So I'm telling you now that Jody ain't no good. Oh, you just mad because you ain't got nobody cute as Jody. Girl, do you know how many Jodys I done had? You ain't the only one that had a Jody. I didn't have my share of Jodys, girl. Jodys come a dime a dozen. I'm trying to keep you from getting your feelings hurt. I'm trying to keep you from getting your bank account drained. I'm trying to keep you from having a 300 credit score. I'm trying to keep you from having to go through a lot of that stuff. And some of it you may have to be by yourself for a little while. You don't have to have a Jody. You don't have to go out every weekend. You don't have to get drunk every weekend with Jody. Oh, you just mad because you ain't got nobody to go out with. You just a hater. Quick to say that. Ain't nobody hating on you, girl. Because all of the things that you are doing now, we've already done. Y'all not doing nothing that we haven't already done. Been there, done that. Okay? Done it. All of it. Every bit of it. Y'all may be doing it a little bit different now. Y'all doing hookahs and stuff. We wasn't hookahing. We didn't have no hookahs. But we had Newports. We didn't have the hookah. Okay? Y'all doing things a little different. But everything else y'all got, we did. Hennessy, smoking, Black and Miles, all that stuff. Okay, so there were no vape pens and stuff back then. We had to smoke a real cigarette. But smoking is smoking. Everything you doing with Jody, we did. Now y'all may be doing a little some stuff that it may be some of them other girls that was doing that. I wasn't up here eating groceries and butts and all that kind. No. Now some of them other women, them loose women, but not me. But they was doing the same thing y'all doing. Y'all ain't did nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing that we ain't already did. You may be doing something a little different, but we did it. We did it. So we're not jealous of you doing it. We don't want to do it no more. And if we want to do it, we can do it. We can do it. We just doing it with Mr. Charlie and Deacon Jones. We just, doing it with a different age group. You doing it with Dante. What's the? Cause y'all giving y'all kids some names. Davarius. I don't even know what. I don't know what y'all. Demonte. What the names for kids are now. Cause back in my day, when I went to school, the kids' names, we had regular names like my Eric, James, Thomas. Now y'all out here putting Demarcus, Devontae, Lavarius. I don't know, I just made that up. Y'all out here naming y'all kids. I saw some TikTok video and it was like the names of kids in the next like 10 years. How crazy the names are going to be. I went to school with Betty, Linda, Janice. They're not using them. Y'all not naming y'all kids that now. Those names have been retired. And my name was never in the rotation. I couldn't go anywhere. When you go to like little souvenir stores and they have like the little keychains with I never found my first or middle name because my name was so different. There was another girl at my school who had the same name as me, but she spelled it different. And that wasn't until I was like in the 5th or 6th grade. And then I didn't see another person with the same name as me until I was an adult. And then I saw somebody recently on YouTube and she does like wig reviews. Her name is the same as mine. Her name is Lashana. I mean, it is a different name. And most people don't spell it the same way that my mom spelled it. Even people who have the same name as me don't spell it the same way that my mother spelled it. And she said she got it out of an Ebony magazine. And she spelled it the way that it was in the magazine. And I don't know, where other people and she told me it was French. So of course when I was in elementary school and people used to tease me by my name, I used to be like, well, my name is French. Lashona.
See, you were named ahead of your time, though,
I was.
because you were
Cause
in that three-syllable "na" group. Lashana, Felicia, Deprecia, Maisha.
yeah.
You were
And
born in that group.
and that wasn't that should have been the what? The 70s? When was Felicia born?
70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maisha.
And see that she named me that in the 60s. No one
Mm-hmm.
understood that. You know, and then kids tease me and I don't know, it was weird. I hated that name growing up. Until I got older and then older, people appreciated the name and thought that it was pretty. Then I was like, oh, okay. Oh, it's pretty.
There's a whole lot of nuz.
It's unique. It's different.
Letitia, Quanisha,
Yeah.
Cynthia.
No. See, you was doing good. You threw Cynthia in. No. Cynthia's an old name. You always mess up something. Cynthia. He gonna throw that in there like I didn't. No, that ain't it, bro. Cynthia.
That was funny.
Actually, it wasn't. You see what I have to go through? This is what I be going through. So, empaths don't only attract narcissists. My husband is crazy, but he's not a narcissist. Maybe we attract crazy people, but not narcissists. I don't feel like, a person that is truly an empath is going to attract a narcissist and stay in a relationship with them if you are really spiritually grounded. Because you're going to see them coming. You're going to see them for who they are. And if you can't see them, you're not a narcissist. I mean, you're not an empath. You playing. You want to hold a title. You want to be an empath. You want to be one. Yeah, my husband is definitely not a narcissist. And I don't feel like I attract them. Phoenix said, but I've been tricked by narcissists before. But do you consider yourself an empath? And at the time that you were tricked by a narcissist, did you consider yourself an empath? What stage in your life do you feel like you were in when you were tricked by a narcissist? Because we go through different stages in life. You're not born an empath. You don't just wake up and, have the ability to see and feel other people. That's something that has to be cultivated and honed into. And when we're young and we're still learning about ourselves, we don't know ourselves yet. You don't know yourself. So it's easy for someone to trick you. So you said, I think so. Okay, I think so what? I think it's impacted by abuse. You were much younger. You were much younger. And so, you can't hold yourself accountable for that because you're young and you didn't have the understanding. There are some people out there who look for, who prey on young women, young, vulnerable women. I think a lot of men prey on church girls. They think, oh, she a church girl, she a good girl, She gonna be good. She ain't gonna cause me no problems. She a church girl. They look for that. They look for women that they think are good. A church girl, oh, she's gonna submit. She's gonna do what I want her to do. My first husband was like that. He was like that. And he told me he was attracted to me because I was a church girl. And he was like, I knew you wasn't gonna want to go out. You wasn't, gonna be running the streets. You didn't do drugs. But I'ma do it. I'ma run the streets and do whatever I want to do. But I want you to stay home. I say trick, but people have made me doubt myself. I pick up on something and call a thing, but they'd come back and lie and be emotional. So I wouldn't make them feel bad. I'd second guess. But I stopped doing that with time as much. Because we start to see a pattern in ourselves. We see ourselves doing certain things, and as we mature, we don't want to do those no more. We stop doing it. Oh, that don't work. I ain't doing that. Or when I did that the last time this happened, I don't want that to happen again. There are a lot of things that went on in my first marriage that as I matured, I was able to understand, okay, I don't want to do that. If I get married again, I don't want to do that. Or I'm not going to put up with that. Or I'm not going to deal with that. Or even as myself, there were things I saw in myself that I didn't want to do in my second marriage. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Because that was on me. That wasn't on him. That was on me. And that comes with maturity. That comes with emotional maturity to be able to see things in yourself that you want to change and make sure that you're not doing or taking into your next relationship. Emotional maturity as well as spiritual maturity. All of those things, your emotional self, your spiritual self, all of those things have to, be on one accord. You have to have that type of balance in your life, or you're not going to be able to help yourself or anybody else. And a lot of people want to use that I'm an empath, to be able to help other people, that badge of honor to be able to help other people. But if you're not emotionally or spiritually right, you're not going to be able to help yourself or anybody else. Does that make sense? Come here, Gizmo. Go sit down. But watching her video was interesting. Like, I really couldn't get into. As a matter of fact, I didn't finish watching the video because I really don't care what someone's toxic traits are. I don't want to know all the bad things that you do. So I didn't finish watching the video. It was just interesting to me. And this person has a whole lot of subscribers. Gets a lot of views. I don't know how many views that video got. Come on, stupid phone. But it's just interesting to me. What's her name? Oh, Oh, 23,000 views. So 23,000 people saw. And the title of the video is Truth is I'm Toxic. And I just don't know why she wanted to, put that level of negativity out about herself. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I'm still a happy go lucky person, but I think I'm much more closed off. I didn't really become closed off until I started messing with social media. And, I'm closed off on social media. Like, my circle on social media is really tight. Because there's some crazy people, on social media. There's some crazy people on these apps and stuff. And I didn't really realize how crazy people were until I started doing social media and, really like put myself out there and, people text me and email me and, write me letters and all that kind of stuff. That's when I really started to realize how toxic some people are and how I had to keep my circle tight and stay kind of closed off to people because people do too much. People do entirely too much. Yeah, I have really dealt with some crazy people, and I think that in itself closed me off a lot. Cause I think I used to be a little bit, a little more open until I started doing social media, and it's crazy because I opened up my Facebook um because my Facebook turned to a professional page instead of private. And now it's like, I get more cuckoos. I've had to block so many people since my page has been professional. Because I'm not going to tolerate no disrespect. If you come on my page and you disrespect me, I'll just block you. I know my block list on Facebook is probably huge because, for one, I can't really, argue with people like I used to and go off on people because, they will put you in Facebook jail. Like, Facebook needs to just let grown folks be grown folks, but they don't do that. So, because I can't really get with you like I want to, I just block you. Unless you private message me, then I'll go in on you and then block you. But yeah, it's different because you get people that you don't know, just random people that have seen your reel or whatever, and then come on your page and say some old crazy stuff. Like, I had a man um tell me, leave me a message and was like, don't make videos without a bra. And I had to really catch myself because I wanted to cuss him out. But I was like, don't do it, Lashana, because they going to put you're going to be in Facebook jail. Because Facebook is quick to throw you in jail and, keep you from commenting for 30 days. The last time I was in jail, I couldn't comment for like 3 or 4 days or something over something really stupid. So, I'm really careful about, I'm really mindful about what I say. I don't even comment on stuff on Facebook like I used to because I'm trying my best to stay out of trouble. But yeah, I just block. I don't even respond back to people. You say something crazy, I just block you. You don't you won't have the opportunity to come back and say anything else. I just block you. Cause I see all of my comments. You see everything. It's not like on YouTube. On YouTube, they let you filter out certain things. Like you won't see certain things because it's filtered out. Facebook don't do that. You see all of it. And if somebody say something crazy to you, they didn't just say something crazy to you. And you will see it. Honey, he was like, don't come on here without a bra. Like, sir, these are my breasts. And I will deal with them however I choose. I have a husband. And if he don't have a problem with them, why do you? Like men still out here telling people telling women what they can and cannot do with their body. If you don't go sit your ass down somewhere. I'm listening for something. Hold on. Don't leave. Hush. Where you going? Ain't nobody call you? Oh, wait. You ready? Okay, my love. Yeah, I heard him too. I said, okay, sound like it to the top of the step. You heard it, Mark? Sound like that to the top of the steps. She heard you. I said, oh, that must be her. Thank you, Mama. Gizmo, you got some good hearing. Your hearing is your hearing is good for a little old dog. Okay. Why am I breathing heavy? I act like I did the work. So, I don't know. That's all I got, girly. Did anything have anything else happen that I wanted to talk about? We did have a celebrity death. What his name? Robert Blake. Robert Blake passed away. So we had a celebrity death. And Jonathan Majors, who is the next kind of up and coming black actor, is set to play Dennis Rodman. And the film is called 48 Hours in Vegas. So that's going to be interesting. Honey, Jonathan Majors is doing everything now. He was just in Creed. He's in the Marvel universe. Did he do? Oh, he did this airplane movie. I think the name of it was Devotion. I think it was a really good movie. We saw it. So, Jonathan Majors, I don't like to compare uh actors like that, but he kind of puts me in the mindset of kind of like Denzel, kind of, sort of. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Thank you. So I will be looking out for that. Yeah, he really seems like a good dude. Phoenix said it's like he's kind of picking up where Chadwick left off. Yeah. So Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan, you know, Chadwick, they all in the same kind of age group, all kind of. But Michael B. Jordan, the crazy thing is, Michael B. Jordan has been acting since he was really young. And, we don't kind of remember him as a little young actor. I know he was on one of the soap operas. He's done some things. But he didn't get big until he was older. So I want to show you guys. I know you probably already saw this on Facebook, but I finished my jacket and I really like this. This is one that I really like. I like the way the roster colors, and I like the way the granny square showed up turned out in the back. I really like this. And I'm probably going to make a headband or something to go on my head to something to go on my head to um match it, but I want to see if I can find a cotton yarn because this is acrylic and I want if I'm going to do a headpiece, I want to do it with cotton because it'll feel better. Cotton will breathe better on your head. But I really like the way this turned out. This is a camo yarn. It's all acrylic yarn. So it's kind of heavy. So acrylic yarn has a certain amount of polyester also in it. So it will be kind of heavy for the summer. But like if I'm out with a tank top or something, I think this will be real cute. Just if you really just need something around you. And here in the Bay Area, the evenings do get kind of chilly because we, are so close to the water. And I think this would be cute if I have on like a little summer dress or something. So that's about to be my thing. Again, I have that one, and then I made this one last year that and it's made with, I don't know what it's made with. And this is my thing this year. I'm going to keep a book with, hopefully I can get my printer working again, my little photo printer, because I want to take a picture of me and everything that I crocheted and keep the yarn so I'll know what type of yarn it was, because I made this one last year and I'm not sure. I know this was some kind of cake because this is um a cake of yarn. Like I didn't just keep changing the colors. This is just the colors that the yarn, I just crocheted. And whatever color I got is what I got. This was like the color of the skein. This was the colorway. But I didn't keep what kind of yarn it was. And this is really, really soft. So I made this one. This is the same thing, the same pattern, But I think this one is a little bigger than that one because this one drapes down a little bit more. That one comes to like my waist. This one comes like below my butt. And it drapes differently because the yarn I think is so soft. So I know it's a Karen cake, but I'm not really sure what type of yarn it is. But I think I can find out though. But I do want to keep a book and write down, like, put in the binder, what the project was, the type of yarn I used. I want to take a picture of the yarn. And the good thing is I do have some pictures of this yarn, and it's so funny that I posted the pictures that I finished this project today a year ago. And then I just made another one exactly like it. But and I want to write down what hook size I used and all of that information so that if I make another one, it will be exactly like that one. Because none of my projects, if I make them again, they always turn out different. They always look different. It's always something different about them. Like this one, I don't know if you don't have a trained eye, you won't be able to see, but I can tell the stitches are much bigger. These are the smaller stitches. These are bigger squares than these. So I must have used a smaller hook, but this yarn I think is not as heavy as that. So this is a lighter weight jacket. So I think this one will be good for spring and summer because it's a lot lighter than the Rasta color one. So I made the Rasta one in the camo print, and I do want to make a white uh Rasta one also. I think that's the next one that I'm gonna make. I want one in white. So the base will be white with the Rasta trim. Because I used to have like a Rasta headscarf that was white, and then it had like the Rasta colors, and every time I wore that I always felt so, I don't know where that thing is. I got so many scarves. So I think I'm gonna make that. I think I got my crochet mojo back. Okay. So that's it. We've been on here an hour. That's as long as I like to stay. It's about an hour. I'm going to, what time is it? Oh, my husband getting ready to go to work. I'm going to go and chill. Shoot, I can take me a nap now. He getting ready to go to work. Mama done brought the stuff down. Gizmo, you ready to take a nap? Honey, Gizmo done went to PetSmart. He done been to 7-Eleven. He done had him a whirlwind adventure today. He done had some fun. He done went for a ride. He had him a good time. You had you a good time today, huh, buddy? Huh, Snookums? It wasn't raining today, but I think it's supposed to be raining tomorrow, and my granddaughter's playoff game is tomorrow, and I think it's supposed to be raining tomorrow. So I don't know. Hopefully, I be saying I'm a film at the game, and the game gets so intense I forget to film and stuff. If I think about it, I will. So that's it. Thank you for being here, girl. If you wasn't here, I'd have been talking to myself. But I'd have told the story and just got on up off of here. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it, girl. I would have just said what I had to say and got up off here if did nobody show up. You two would be doing me dirty. But it's all good. So I will see you later, okay? Thank you. Bye.